Safe Place is somewhere where any organisation can offer support to anybody affected by domestic abuse by being able to signpost them to organisations where they can get support. So today I was here to deliver domestic abuse awareness raising training to the women at the centre.
I have had the privilege of being at the workshop on domestic violence this last couple of weeks and have thoroughly enjoyed it and found it very informative. I think it's massively important for the community. I know there's a large problem with domestic violence in the area, but it's something that isn't talked about very often. It's something people find very hard to come forward and say, here, I have a problem, even to know where to go to get help. So I think workshops like this and training like this here is vital.
Having that knowledge about how domestic abuse affects people, there is sort of basic information that we're all aware of, and that when you talk about domestic violence or domestic abuse, there is things that spring to mind. What springs to mind for most people is normally a heterosexual, intimate partner violence relationship where the violence is physical. And actually domestic abuse spans a much wider range and it can affect much more people. It can be anyone can perpetrate domestic abuse and anyone can be affected by domestic abuse. So being able to just do that bit of training and open it up a bit more, get a bit more understanding about what's involved, and more importantly know where to access support and things that they can practically do if they are aware of somebody that is affected by domestic abuse, I think it's really, really beneficial.
The project basically entailed bringing together local women. They then got to discuss domestic violence, their opinions on it, how they felt about it, and basically what they knew or where to go to get help.
I'm Niamh Ferguson and I'm a local artist based here in Belfast. Recently I've been working with a group at the Grace Family Centre to produce a community campaign on domestic abuse. The group used their own experiences to inform the project, and they explained how domestic abuse can be relentless, like a dripping tap slowly building over time, filling your life with anxiety and dread. While mostly women, domestic abuse can be experienced by anyone. We hope this image reflects the notion of domestic while remaining neutral. We use the colour purple in line with other campaigns, and the slogan, "Pull the plug," is an active message. It both suggests doing something and changing your situation. It's intended to be empowering. It's been lovely working with such a generous group who decided to use their experiences to help others. We hope anyone facing domestic abuse will recognise this image as meaningful to them. You don't have to wait for an emergency before finding help. If the tap's dripping, make that call.
Through the weeks, we all discovered, I think, that we didn't know a quarter of the information we should have knew. I thought I was much more better informed than I was. I've learned a terrible lot over the weeks. I'd say most of the women would say the same. I think it's great to empower women in the area because that's who's out and about in the area, that's who's out in the streets, and that's who's going to be able to bring that message out there. If it as much as helps one single person in the area, then it was well worthwhile doing.